Hello, I'm currently walking to the post office. That's my winter stuff. My sleeping bag, my sleep clothes, my hat, the tripod that I only use like 3 times, and sending it home. So hopefully my bag can be a little lighter because it is very heavy with food right now. So just walking to the post office to mail it home, and then we're gonna get a shuttle ride back out to where they dropped us off yesterday for the slack pack. So a bit of a late start today. Probably only be able to start somewhere around like 10:30ish, but maybe it's better to have a short day after we just did the marathon plus some yesterday. Okay, so I just mailed off my package. It was over 5 pounds of stuff I got sent back, and my parents sent me a bit under 3 pounds. I did the maths for you all already, and I just lost 2.5 pounds off my backpack, which is awesome because the food bag just keeps getting heavier. So now there will be, there will be no net gain when I have an additional 2.5 pounds of food because I just keep getting hungrier. But yeah, lighter bag. So we just got dropped off at the trail. There we go. It's gonna be a big day. Both our bags are quite heavy. Gumby's is heavier than mine, which makes me feel good, but he also has a much heavier tent because he's a taller person. So we'll see how today goes. You know, it's funny, I know Gumby is like right behind me, 10 minutes maybe. But when you're out here, you feel like you're by yourself. You don't see anyone the whole day, usually. But yesterday, when we were walking Sobo to do that 27.3 mile day, I counted how many northbound hikers we passed. And there were almost 100, which is crazy. Like, we all go these days thinking that there's hardly anyone around us, but really we are surrounded by other through hikers. It's just everyone's pretty dispersed. Look at this giant tree.
Not me.
This tree. Oh. This tree is like 300 years old. Something like that, right, Gumby?
Mm-hmm. The oldest tree on the AT.
The oldest tree on the AT. Okay, the day is over. Walking back from getting water. It's been a long day. It's been a hot day. A bit over 17 miles because to get to the shelter, bugs. To get to the shelter is actually a 0.4 trek down all the elevation we had just gained, as opposed to a 0.2 trek, which is what Far Out had said it was. And then the water is another like 0.2 down. That's annoying. But a funny thought I had today, wow, splits are very active. A funny thought I had today is that the bugs are starting to come out, and it feels like they're doing parkour off my face. Just like fly into it and bounce off. It's like, what's going on, bugs? You have all this. You have all that. Why my face? I don't think he belongs here. Not feeling very high energy today. I think it's just like, it's very hot. The high today is supposed to be 79. It's pretty humid. I don't operate well in heat, which is why I try to start my days early and also start this through hike in early March. But we trying to make it to the mile 700 so that we can get through the Virginia Triple Crown in a day. I'll talk more about that tomorrow when we're there. and then get to Roanoke on Friday. And ideally not have too many miles, so it could be sort of like a Nero. But, oh, I'm feeling tired. Feeling real tired, but we gotta keep carrying on. I am not feeling hot today, y'all. Or actually, that's the problem. I'm feeling hot. Virginia, so far, not a fan. Don't like it. Everyone says it's flat. I think I already addressed this. They're liars. That's not true. It's not flat, except right here. But, like, it's hot. It's already summer conditions. Like, today, it's supposed to be a high of 79. It's also humid, which means more sweating. Problem with more sweating means you got to carry more water. More water means heavier bag, which means more sweating, which then means you have to drink electrolytes. I don't like electrolytes. I've tried almost all of them. Hate them all. Propel raspberry lemonade one is the only one that's like slightly manageable. But then I try to go to open the electrolyte packet and my hands are damp because it's humid and sweaty. Try to dry them off on my shirt. Can't do it. Still too damp and sweaty because the shirt also damp and sweaty. So it's just like overall not enjoying Virginia right now. Yeah, today I'm just, it's so humid, it's so hot. Don't operate well under these conditions, and I have to drink a stupid electrolyte packets, which I think are so gross. I just like regular water, people, not all this fake sugar water with other things in it. Ugh. Another thing I forgot to mention about Virginia, which just adds to the misery, is there are long stretches, 8 to 10 miles, with no water. Dry state, very dry state, which I know out west is a short water carry. But we are not acclimatized to that here. And again, having to carry more water means more sweatiness, which just leads to needing more water. It's a vicious cycle, and I'm tired of it. I'm ready for Virginia to be over. Okay, last part of my bitch fest, and then I'll go on in silence. In addition to the water, which leads to more sweating, is the chafing. Ooh, the chafing, I tell you. I put on some Neosporin this morning, because that's all I had, and it made a difference. But the additional schwitzing is just like, leads to just a gross feeling, and then the discomfort of chafing. So, Neosporin to the rescue, but F Virginia. So we were just hanging out by this river before our first or our last 3-mile ascent of the day. And these locals came by to do some like sort of management. And I asked one of them if this temperature was normal for this time of year. And he said it's not. It's unseasonably warm. Which makes me feel a little better. That maybe it'll cool down and then get this hot later.
How's it taste?
Actually, kind of good. Not bad. It's salty. So we made it to the end. I'm not talking to you. So we made it to the end of our 19 mile day, maybe more. And we're very tired. So we just decided we're gonna cowboy camp because it's, you know, it's an experience that needs to be had, not that we are too tired to set up our tent. So here's Gumby enjoying dinner on our beds, on the bed. So I don't know if I've explained this before, but cowboy camping is when you just sleep under the stars like a cowboy. No tent, just your sleeping pad and your sleeping bag, and that's all. So that's what we're doing. And I'm gonna hope a bug doesn't fall in my mouth while I'm asleep. It's 5:30 in the morning abouts. We're gonna start hiking in a hot sec and hopefully make it the remaining 3 miles to Dragon's Tooth around sunrise. So wish us luck. I think this is a pet abandonment situation because this is not his natural environment. We just stepped off the Appalachian Trail. That's the trail. It's bathtub laundry time. This is clean compared to our socks. So basically, our plan is to do an initial water rinse of the clothes, get as much of the dirt out as possible, and then we'll wash them with soap after, where hopefully they won't smell bad anymore. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. So we've washed our clothes and we thought we would reward ourselves by going to a movie. Popcorn, drink. Gumby, what movie are we seeing? Maybe you could hear that, maybe you couldn't. We're seeing Doctor Strange. I know nothing about this movie. The road at our motel is a little loud, so I don't know how this video will come out, but we ended up taking a 0 today. Yesterday was a bad day for me. Even though it was a 10-mile walk into Roanoke, I was like feeling kind of nauseous. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't like stomach anything. Feeling lethargic. This morning I woke up and I was still feeling like, it's raining. Still don't feel great. So I think we shouldn't go out. Well, I shouldn't go out. And then Gumby was like, oh, I'll use the day in bed. Why not? So that was today and yesterday. That's why I haven't filmed much. The last few days were like big days of hiking. And I feel sort of bad because I know I haven't been like my usual, or I feel like I haven't been my usual happy-go-lucky self. And part of that is because the shoes that I had bought in Damascus were, like, for lack of better phrasing, they wrecked me. At first they were sort of okay, but then I was starting to get some arch pain where it felt like my feet were gonna break in half. And then I was starting to get some like Achilles pain, and at night I was noticing my knees would become very swollen, like to the point where in the morning I tried to like lay on my back and straighten out my legs, and it would take some effort to straighten out my legs because my knees were so swollen. So after 260 miles of hiking in shoes that were giving me a lot of pain, I was finally able to switch out. And I went back to the original shoes that I was wearing for this hike. So I'm hoping that everything feels better, feels good again. No more swollen knees, no more arch pain, no more ankle pain. And it goes back to the regular hiker hobble from just big miles. And I got a new tent yesterday from my broken one. My parents were able to get me a new one to one of the outfitters in Roanoke. So thanks to my parents, and I'm hopeful that the next, however many miles I have left are not painful and miserable like the last 200 or so have been. So hopefully I can be back to being happy-go-lucky. Good morning. We're both feeling sleepy, but we did it. We did it. Yeah, we did it. Woo! Hello. It is the end of day 61, maybe? I don't know. But it's my 2-month anniversary with the trail was yesterday when I was recovering from the illness. So that's exciting. We're camped at like this random cell site near the Blue Ridge Parkway, near one of the overlooks. I might try to wake up and see the sunrise tomorrow. if it's facing the right way. I am feeling better today in all ways. My feet didn't feel like they were going to break in half today. My ankles didn't feel like they were going to snap off my body. And my knees weren't swollen. And I could walk downhill like a normal person. So getting the new shoes, the La Sportivas, back has really helped. I'm very pleased. And I'm looking forward to like my body recovering from what the Hokas did to it. And like being able to speed along again. Maybe be able to do some bigger miles. So like, so jazzed. And I can eat again. I'm not nauseous. I was a little dizzy this morning, but I think that's because like I hadn't really eaten much in the last 2.5 days. But overall, I'm feeling very positive. Feeling happy again. I feel like I said yesterday, in my last few videos, I don't feel like I seem that happy. And I was like having happy times, but I was just miserable and in pain. So much pain. And now I feel like I'm enjoying it again. It's one day out, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, happy to have a good tent, happy to have good shoes, and yeah, just feeling great. Okay, I need to correct an error. Yesterday was, in fact, my 2-month Trailiversary. So exciting. Yeah, that's all. That's all I need to correct. Also, though, wanted to give a shout out to my mom, because today's her birthday. So, happy birthday, Mom. Another good thing to have happened is I got my gaiters sent to me, and I didn't put them on when I originally got them because I still had the Hokas and I knew I was getting rid of those. But I finally put them on my shoes because I just got new shoes. And wow, it's so nice to not have to stop 6 times a day to dump the crap that you kick into your shoes to dump it out of your shoes. Here, if you're not familiar what gaiters are, it's these things. So they just stop all the junk from getting in your shoes. It's awesome. Hello, end of day 63. We were going to do a 16-mile day to the previous shelter, which was really cool and big and nice and new. But then we were done around 3 and feeling good. And we were like, oh, there's 4 miles to the next shelter. In reality, it was 5. And it was all uphill and very hard. But it was worth coming here because our friend Tiki and Chef were here. So we're back with our friends, back with our little group. It's like a fun little reunion. And yeah, we're all hanging out. And it's so fun. We're going to be with them again, I think, for like, bug in my face, a few days. So yeah, it's nice to be with friends. And besides the end of the day, it was a really great day. So